Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Classic video. Now I know this video is going to be going out a little bit earlier than my normal videos, however there was just a couple of kills in this video I've been so excited to share, one of which happened last night that is going to be at the end of the video, and honestly I cannot wait. But we are starting off with just a couple of decent animals I managed to harvest, the first of which being this really decent sized male water buffalo. I really do like hunting the water buffalo, especially these bigger size ones. They are really impressive to see. And I kind of got lucky here because the other bull that was in the area got stuck fleeing, and with the 9.3 I managed to drop him as well, so a little bit of extra GM there just by pure luck. But a really nice first harvest for this video was that really decent water buffalo. But on the way, we'll pick up the smaller one that I shot as well. Double lung and liver shot. Nothing too special about him. He's just a very average size one. But this one is definitely decent size. He was up to 270 on his estimate, and he definitely looked good to me from that angle. Gosh, they are just so impressive in the Hunter Classic. The water buffalo are honestly one of my favourite species. They are just so cool looking. Those horns are massive. And I managed to drop in with a double long shot as well, 258. So not my biggest by quite a margin, but that completed a mission, and that's a really decent water buffalo just to start the video off. We'll take a quick trophy picture of him. Of course, the trophy shot poses are so helpful for that, just because he is a decent one, and we'll sell him and move on to the next one. Now for this next animal, we are on White Rime Ridge yet again. I do love White Rime, and we are looking once again at a very decent bull moose, 170 to 245 on the estimate, and he definitely has antlers that I would say we're going to make over 200, and I can never resist shooting 200 plus bull moose in the Hunter Classic. They just look awesome. Now, normally I'd use the 9.3, but this time I'm using the winter camo variant of the 300, which is honestly one of my favourite guns in this entire game. I really enjoy using it. And I managed to pop him there with what appeared to be a solid lung shot, and he was running off a little bit, but I could see he was very wounded, and he really didn't go far before he actually collapsed, as you can see just in this little clip there. You can see him topple over, which is always a really good sign. And walking over, it definitely was a solid lung shot, plenty of blood, which is always what you want from a shot like that, and just such an impressive animal. Again, similar to the water buffalo, these are one of my favourite species in the entire game just because of how impressive the big ones look. Like, I knew that this was going to be a 200 plus. I wasn't sure how big, but definitely a 200 plus, and honestly, I'm always happy to take one of those. Single long shot, 207 scoring bull moose, so not my personal best. Again, my personal best is a 227, but a decent animal that we'll take a trophy shot of, sell, and move on to the next one. Now, the next clip is of a quite special animal. This right here is a male melanistic coyote. Now, I was actually at this stand hoping for either a decent Roosevelt elk or a non-typical whitetail, but I will very much take a melanistic coyote. And the only reason these guys came in is because I was calling in a bobcat, and yeah, these guys responded to the call, and I immediately noticed the melanistic, so I really wasn't upset that they had come in. The melanistic coyotes look so cool. That's why I just watched him here as they were walking in to the distraction double tails I think I have here. Yeah, I that's why I have the double tails at this stand, is just in case I get a decent bobcat or a decent coyote come in, which does happen occasionally. I have got a few bobcats from here and a few nice coyotes, but this is probably the best of those harvests for sure. And it's really cool to see a melanistic coyote like this. So awesome. And for it to be another male as well. My last one was a male, but I was hoping this one would be slightly bigger, but that is just such a cool looking rare. And I decided I'd harvest him from just here so that I could try and get a better picture. And he was actually slightly bigger than my previous best at 46, so a really nice animal there. I'm just really happy to have another melanistic coyote. They're such a cool one, and I hope eventually I can get an albino as well. But we'll taxidermise him and move on to the next one. Now, without a doubt, this is the animal that makes the video. I cannot believe I've harvested this animal. That is a 165 to 205 estimate whitetail. And I have to admit that this clip is going to be one of the clumsiest things you'll ever have seen, because I realised how big he was, and with him looking at me there, I completely panicked, and I completely fumbled the keys, accidentally got the bow out, then got the rifle out, which was what I wanted, but it wasn't loaded. All the while this buck was staring at me. Somehow he didn't flee, and I managed to get led down just enough in time, I think, before he fled, that I could get a shot on him. Now, I put that shot square in his chest, but for some reason it only registered as a body hit. But he really, really did not go anywhere from that shot, so I don't know if it was just a weird hitbox thing or what, but it was a decent enough shot to bring him down, which is all that matters in this game. And looking at him on the ground, I was really kind of excited to see what this guy would score. I didn't expect what is about to happen, and this is what happened when I picked him up. 201.5748 scoring Whitetail. Now, if you don't know, if you're not a Classic player and you play more Call of the Wild, getting a 200 plus Whitetail in Classic is extremely rare, and it is a trophy that a heck of a lot of people go after. And I got this by pure luck at the start of a red feather hunt where I was hoping to find a non-tip, and I got this instead. I cannot believe I ended up getting a 200 plus whitetail. This is just one of the craziest and most lucky trophies I've ever had. I sat here on this harvest screen just looking at that figure for such a long time, because it's something that I probably will never see again. Getting a 200 plus is insane. I'm like 9th or 10th on the leaderboard with this guy. I'm just honestly, I'm blown away. And for it to be a high rack as well. Normally the 200s are like a wider version of the rack. They're not like this high rack that you can see on this guy. And that just made it even cooler. Now, I spent ages trying to get a decent trophy shot of him because he was in a slightly awkward place, and then I ended up being the big dumb, and my gun was actually glitching into his back. However, when I posted the trophy shot, Flinter very kindly edited that for me, as you'll see in the trophy shot now I'm about to post it, so that it doesn't clip through his pack, because I was so upset that I'd just not noticed that when I took the shot. But an incredible trophy that I have just been so excited to share with you guys since getting him last night. Honestly, amazing. I'm so grateful. And just such a cool looking buck as well. And as well, sometimes with whitetail, when they go into the lodge, their rack sort of style can change. If they're a high rack, they can become sort of the wider variant that I was talking about. Well, I've put this guy in the lodge this morning, and he is still a high rack in the lodge, which is even cooler. This bug, man, this bug is just insane looking. Those huge tines, I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be as good as he actually was. So I'm just so happy that I get to share this with you guys. But that is going to be it for this video. I know it's a bit of a shorter one, but I kind of felt like that wouldn't matter with a 200 whitetail in this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.